ready or not. Ready or not, here we are.
Here we are.
Oh, Mike, we got to get more of your pretty face in there. It must have moved a little bit.
Slide me over.
Just a little bit. Michael!
Jamie!
How you doing?
It's great to see you again.
I'm un-COVID.
Yay!
I have tested. I am clean of COVID now. Life is complete. Oh my gosh. Can't believe I caught that. I know the exact point.
Oh yeah? You know where you got it?
So I'm playing guitar with a bunch of guys, and I've got my microphone there. And this guy walks right over to my microphone to sing harmony with me. And I was talking to him later. He's like, I might have gave you COVID.
Now you're telling me.
So, I'm better though.
That's
How are
good.
you? How have you been?
I've been just hermiting away, but well.
Yeah.
Everything is harmonious.
Oh, really?
Are you ready for today's chat?
I may or may not be. So we're doing sixes today.
The sixes of the tarot.
The sixes of the tarot. So, I like starting with historical stuff first.
Please do.
So do you have anything interesting?
Yeah, you start us off.
Well, okay. Of course, there's the Bible.
Yes.
So in the Bible, we have Genesis 1:31, where it mentions on the sixth day, God created man.
Okay.
So that is a point of creation. That's a point of growth. That's our newness there according to the Bible. And of course, the Bible infamously mentions 666,
Well,
the number of the beast.
Yes, there's that too.
So were you going to reference that yourself? I know you were with Crowley,
yeah,
of course.
Of course.
But yes, so it's in the New Testament. It's also known in the Testament as the number of the Antichrist, as you'll probably bring up with Crowley. It's mentioned.
But the devil card, interestingly, is not a 6.
I know.
So it's it might not bring it up. We'll see.
I know. So let's see. So in the Bible, you find 666 in the Old Testament and the New Testament. An example is one who understands can calculate the number of the beast. For it is a number that stands for a person. His number is 6 and 66. Revelations 13:18.
Sure.
So, and then you got 6 seals, 6 trumpets, 6 bowls, refers to God's judgment on his followers of the beast. And on the other hand, the 7th trumpet depicts the eternal kingdom of Christ as well as the final judgment. So why do I always go back, looking at the history of that? Because when the cards were created,
Sure.
These are the things that they're thinking about in the 1600s, because it was very heavily dominated by the Catholic Church and religion in general and things like that.
Right. But to go for the non-religious route.
Now we're going to go for the non-religious, because I'm not religious and he's not religious. So go for it. Yep.
So there's Pythagoras.
There is, and I knew you were going to bring up Pythagoras.
So with the numerology, 6s are all about harmony, and so that's how I like to see it. And this is interestingly the 6 in the Jewish Kabbalah, the tree of life.
Do you pronounce it Kabbalah or Kabbalah?
Kabbalah?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Right? Neither do I.
Yeah.
Somebody will let us know.
Yeah. Kabbalah is probably right, but yeah. So on the tree of life.
Yes.
This is the 6th spot, and it's right there in the middle. It is the sweet spot. It's where everything is harmonious.
I see. Okay.
And so everything is centered. Everything is balanced. It's like a Wes Anderson movie. We're as human beings, we like order. We like things to be balanced. So that 6 is, you got 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and it's perfectly balanced and harmonious, and that's why.
And that's why we come up and we talk about the harmony. We talk about harmony and things moving forward. Because it's right after 5. And like you're saying, so in 2 dimensions, it can be illustrate. The number 6 is 2 inverted triangles.
Exactly.
So that's where you get the Jewish star.
Sure.
Hexagram, also called the Star of David. In 3 dimensions, we represent with 3 perpendicular lines forming 3, blah, blah, blah. So the other thing is that you can also create, you'll see, other emblems where like an hourglass.
Yeah,
Where you
yeah.
have it shaped
Sure.
like that.
Yep.
And the other thing, with the Pythagoreans and 6 being the perfect number,
Right.
which mathematical terms means that 6 is both the sum and the product of its factors.
It's
So,
a very important number. Yeah.
yeah, 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. 1 times 2 times 3 equals 6.
Right.
So they saw this 3 is the magic, not 3 is the magic number, but 6 is the magic number.
Well, 3 is the magic number too. It's 3.
I know, yes.
3, 6, and 9.
Yep.
Which Tesla, Nikola Tesla said, if you understand 3, 6, and 9, you can unravel the mysteries of the universe. But it's true. I'm not going to get into the whole math of it, but if you take all the numbers and put them around a circle, the 3, the 6, and the 9 are like this power triangle, and then all the other ones do lots of neat math tricks into each other. There's a whole nother
mathematician.
Yeah, there's a.
No, we're just touching on it.
I'll see if I can find a good link to put in the comments for that. But it's really. It's really fascinating that the power of 3, 6, and 9, but 6 is basically one of the big numbers that pay attention, something
Yes.
big.
Well, and I also look at 6. Okay, so we're going through the story of the numbers, and so 1, you start at the beginning. 2, you've got your choices. 3 is your growth.
Creativity.
4,
sure.
you've got that balance and stability there.
Yep.
5 is the conflict.
Yeah.
6 is where you are coming and surviving out of the conflict. It's
Right.
like,
Fixes.
now you're moving
We've made it.
forward.
We've made it through the
So
conflict.
we are halfway through the numbers now.
Yeah, and things are good. This is a good like resting point before we push towards the end.
And they're getting better. It depends upon how you're looking at the swords.
Well,
Depending upon how we look at it.
yeah. I mean, there's still some trial and tribulation yet left to come, but 6 is a nice resting point. It's a nice halfway, before you do the final push.
Right. And Twix Tarot, hi Tarot, glad to see your faces smiling. We are smiling. We are some happy people. And
It's good to be back.
Mike is reminding me of Donald Duck in Mathematical Land. Magic Land.
Oh, okay, cool.
Magic Land. Oh. I guess that's a Disney thing, Mike?
I have not seen that one, but I do like the
Oh my God. So we've got the number 6, and it is important as we go through.
Yes.
And I love using the tarot to tell stories, and so it really is. We're halfway through the story now.
Yes.
As we're moving forward.
Yeah.
So what else did you come up with?
Okay, so if we want to talk more tarot,
Well, yes. Well, let's ask people: do we want to talk tarot,
I suppose,
or do we want to learn math?
a little bit of both. But okay, so the 6th card is of course the lover's choice, and
The lovers.
right, and so this is
I'm just gonna flip it here.
yeah. So this is a harmony between free will and fate, right? There's the
Okay. Yeah.
the with the major arcana, these are the cards that you don't have much control over. They're the big cards, right?
Yeah.
But with this card, this is one of the few that it's kind of it's out of your control. There's Cupid, but it's also within your control. This is your choice, right? So it's one of the few majors that is kind of also, it gives you a taste of power too, even though some of it's the harmony between what's out of your control and what's in your control. So it's that
Well, it's
harmony.
about the choices. So,
Yeah.
and again, if we're telling the story, so here we are with 6s, and since both me and you believe, as far as the karmic cycles of 10.
Yes.
So, and as I was talking about being halfway through, this is almost like going into maturity also.
Absolutely.
So after 1 through 5, where 5, you've got that strictness that you have when you're growing up. 6 is kind of when you're leaving home and you have to make these mature, these choices.
Choices, yeah.
And this is where you can make mistakes.
Sure.
This is where you can make the right choices. But, this is where we're starting to grow. And so that's kind of what I see also with the Lovers card.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the first chance where you can make the wrong choice.
Yeah.
But if you do make the right choice and you align with the divine, master plan as well, then everything is in harmony. And then that's repeated again and with the tower.
Well, let me just see.
Oh, okay, you want to...
So, I was sitting there, and so I was reading also, and I was reading the art that I forgot to note it, but 6 is one of the most romantic numbers it talks about. That's why with the 6s, it works hard to create peaceful mutual relationships. The number 6 is happy when its other half is happy. And so as we go through, we're going to see that there's a balance between the 3s. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I just wanted to make sure,
Yeah, that's great. And then, then the tower comes, the 16th card, right? And we're like, whoa, wait a second, how is this about harmony? But it is. It's just a repeating pattern of that free will and fate and being in harmony. And if you fight against it, the Vault of Blue is going to knock you down. But if you are able to be in harmony with it, then you'll learn this hard lesson and be able to move.
Well, it's
progress.
From destruction, we can find harmony.
Exactly.
So prior to, you have the devil card.
Yep.
Prior to, you have anarchy. You have disruption.
Yeah.
You're creating disruption. The 6 is that
you've made it
that
through.
bolt of that bolt of truth that we need.
Yeah, to push us through.
So you get that explosion, but that's where we find the harmony after that explosion.
Exactly.
Yep. So, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Trying to find that. I do always find, like some positive stuff with all the cards are positive and negative. People see the tower and it's like, oh my gosh, it's horrible. It's like... what you go through may be horrible.
Right, but what you get out of it...
You have to go through that...
in order to
evolve. Move forward.
Exactly.
Which when we get to the pips, it even kind of illustrates that, like with the 6 of swords.
So let's get into that.
Yep. Well, okay, hold on. Let's see. So we've got those.
Yeah. So let's do the pips.
You want to do the pips?
Yeah, let's start with the 6 of Swords.
You want to start with the 6 of Swords?
Swords.
Okay, do we want to start with Pamela Coleman first?
Sure, if that's... Yeah,
sure.
No problem.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Just because that way people get an idea.
Yeah.
And then we can show with the Marseille.
Okay. Let's see if I've got my... Should have mine. Yeah. Okay. So, just holding it up. So the 6 of Swords is known as the immigrant card to many.
Yeah, I was reading about that.
But yeah, it's you in the original, the sky is gray. This is the Radiant Y, so it's a little bit more of a colored sky in this version. But usually it or in the first iteration of the Pamela Coleman Smith, she had a gray sky. So of course, wisdom. So you have the wisdom to move on. This is actually called the Lord of Earned Success by the Golden Dawn. Yeah.
Also the victory. Well, we'll get to the other one.
That comes later. Yeah. This one's the Lord of Earned Success, and it's Mercury and Aquarius. So Mercury is like the mind. And Aquarius is like the humanitarian. So it's that balance that is, again, that harmonious balance between these two things that is, even astrologically, what this is all about. Mind and heart, basically. But this card specifically, it's making peace with the past in order to move forward to a new goal. A trial can be a rite of passage. So, but alchemically, it's the process moving from one state to another. So you're creating, gold from a metal, that kind of thing. But it's that transitional state of transition through the rough waters to the smoother waters.
Right. So when we're telling the story with this card, I see this card as a bittersweet card.
Yes.
So it's one of those cards. It's like a muted optimism. It shows. I mean, they're even showing the passengers there. And the reason why immigrants, they call it the immigrant card.
Right.
You can see them moving along, and Pamela Coleman Smith did a good job of showing the rougher side here. They're moving beyond the rougher side, and here's the smoother side.
Right.
But they do look bittersweet.
Yeah, I mean, they've obviously been through some hardship.
Yes.
But they're getting out of it, and they're moving to a better future.
It's finally moving, and that's where I was saying about the tower.
Yeah.
You have to go. Sometimes, I mean, whether it was a forced move, and that's the bittersweet thing, is like, yes, we're getting away, but we're getting away because we were forced.
Yeah.
Which is what the tower can bring, as well as, the light of truth. But yes, moving forward. And so, as we're going forward, so we have 3 people in here. How many people are in the other Pamela Coleman Smith cards? Do you know?
Of the others.
The other ones, yes.
Right. Well, I'm trying to think right off the. You're quizzing me here.
I will tell you right off the bat.
Tell me.
Because that's what's really cool about this. Is one of those little facts for me.
Yeah, pull the other ones out.
Each one of these cards has 3 people in it.
That is interesting.
Each one of these cards, and so threes are very important to 6s. So as we go through, we're going to see.
Well, not the cups. Oh, yeah, you're even the cups.
Am
even
I
the
not
cups.
right?
You are
so
right.
when we get to the cups, you'll even see. So these cards, it's a grouping. It's moving forward, but
you're right.
It's not doing it by yourself. And Pamela Coleman Smith was really good about reflecting that, even in a little bit of a hidden way, which you don't realize.
That's cool.
So that's why I say that the 6s are bittersweet.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're moving forward,
but
there is emotion behind what's going on.
Absolutely.
It's not like the 10s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just a sideline here, and I'll talk more about this later. But Crowley said that out of all the astrological combinations of the minor arcana, this card, the 6 of Swords, was the most magical.
Whoa.
Right?
Okay.
So there's something big. Let's pay attention.
Okay. Gotcha. So, so that's how I see the story.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So where did you want to move next? Actually, you know what? So let's go ahead and take a look at the Marseille for a second.
Yeah.
The 6 of Swords with the Marseille. Because I think it's interesting with the Marseille that Pamela Coleman Smith made a boat.
Right. I mean, doesn't this kind of look
and
like...
it looks like a canoe or a boat that's moving forward. And we can see that we have the flower resting here. It's as if it's floating, and we have, the little other things, things maybe she needs to get through that she's finally moving past.
Yeah.
But yes, the swords here look like a boat, and it looks like somebody who's enclosed. It almost looks like a coffin also. And of course, death can mean
it's not the end.
Forward. It means it's not,
Yeah.
So if I'm telling my story, this could even almost be like a transition, where we put what we're leaving behind inside this coffin. And here's the mourners.
Yeah. Absolutely. Or the pallbearers.
Yes, or the pallbearers.
Right.
Yep.
But I like the nice harmonious flower right there in the center.
Yes.
That's, yep.
Okay.
All right, ready for cups?
Well, did you want to look at? Do we want to look at all of them?
Yeah. Okay, you want to do?
Because you wanted to do Crowley.
Okay.
I know you want to do Crowley.
Absolutely.
Because it rhymes with holy. It's not Crowley. He will tell me.
Yeah, every time.
Michael, is it Crowley?
It's Crowley.
It's Crowley.
Yeah.
But he calls this called science.
He does.
Science.
So, so it's the harmony of thoughts. Swords are thoughts, right? And 6s are harmony. So this is this is all about clear-headedness and keen analytical mind, just like a scientist.
Yep.
So this is that's what this is all about. You've got the 6 balanced swords, all perfectly pointing at this rosy cross right in the center.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting that he has the rosy cross in this one.
Yep. And like he said, this is the most magical of all the astrological combinations of the minors. So this is this is beautiful and harmonious.
Okay.
Yep.
So which one did you want to move to?
So let's
next?
go cups.
You want to go cups?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So let's look at Pamela. And as I was stating before,
There are 3 people.
there are 3 people
One's
in here.
hiding.
And a lot of people forget about this,
Yeah.
but it's a guard.
Yep.
So here we have our 2 people. They look like children. Mina always says it looks like a midget. That's not even politically correct. I'm sorry.
A little
people,
person.
Little person. But so here we have a lot of people say this is about remembrances in the past.
Sure.
Remembering things. And so if this is true, I also see the adult self guarding it.
Like a secret, like a safe space, a garden
right.
where they can be kids. And
This is where you can let your memories out and where that inner child can come out.
Right.
Because you're guarding it as a safe place.
Exactly. Yep. I totally agree. And it's finding your inner child. It's connecting to that innocent memories of everything is in harmony, everything is good. It's the golden nostalgia, but those can be a source of strength. Those good memories can get you through stuff that's harder.
Sure.
And then even the old building in the back has a golden light on it, which is hinting that this might be the later part of the day, and this is kind of like a reflection back on the earlier times. But yeah, technically, or not technically, but again, the name for this card, for the Golden Dawn.
Okay.
They call it the Lord of Pleasure. And astrologically, it is the sun, which is beautiful, and in Scorpio, which is all about sensuality.
Okay.
So it's the combination of beautiful things. It's very harmonious.
Right. Well, 6s are the cups of spirituality. I mean, I'm sorry, cups are the suit of spirituality, of love. It represents all those feelings and things like that. And so, since we're talking about growth and harmony, that's what Pamela, I think, is trying to tell in her story here.
Yeah.
Is that bringing in that growth and that feeling. And when you have that, it's even about sharing, because, again, you have 3 2 times.
Right.
And so each one of those 3s come together just like these 2 people here do. And that's where that harmony and growth comes from. Especially when you're coming from the 5 of Cups and you're coming from a loss.
Right.
So if we're telling our story and we're coming from that loss, again, 6s can be bittersweet, because now we're moving here and we're remembering this beautiful past.
Right.
And we're also knowing that because we have our little flowers here, our little white flowers of innocence and our flowers of their intelligence. And so he's offering these out. And so it's also about moving forward. Take this cup. We're moving forward now.
Right.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah. But the tower and the guardsman hinting at that, the world as is right now might not be harmonious. Isn't that the truth? But we can still have this safe space of remembering parts of the past that were good and working to make that the reality again. So it's that's a deeper connection that I have is first you have to imagine something before you make it so, and manifest it on the material. So if you hold on to the golden parts of the past, not everything in the past is good, but some parts are, and you hold on to that and you try and make it, in the future as well.
So just remember in telling the story, so the guy does have his back to the situation. So is he guarding or is he walking away from? So that's the question based on what cards to the left and what cards to the right. Exactly.
Always good and bad. There's so many different ways.
Okay, so then we have that cup, and so let's go to the
6 of Cups for Marseille?
Marseille, yeah. Okay, so here we have the
perfectly balanced
2 set of 3s again.
Yep. Little rose.
But they are separated.
Yeah, but with flowers and stuff.
But they're balanced out together like a good relationship, because it's not about, you always hear about from two flames we become one.
Yeah,
We light
yep,
the candle
yep.
together and things like that, which is true, and that's very beautiful sentiment. But there is a definite boundary here, but it is a balanced boundary. One does not outweigh the other. They are in harmony
It's
together.
perfect symmetry.
It is.
It's and I like to, again, go back to the Wes Anderson thing. There's a reason he is drawn to shoot things that way. It's because it feels good to have everything order and balanced. And so he just kind of does that.
Right. So when I'm looking at the Marseille for reading, for telling the stories, we have the sixes. We know that the cups are about harmony. We know that, they're about spirituality. They're about the emotions. And so it is balanced out with the six. We're moving forward now. We're past the fives. And so it is that good feeling that we can now reflect on as we know that, in the past there was struggles.
Yep.
Between the four, where we let things just sit there too long.
Yep.
Five is the
Stagnate.
result of that.
Yep.
And now sixes, that bittersweet sense that, you know what? It's a good life. We can move on.
Yeah. We can get through. We can keep going.
Okay.
And keeping going.
So did you want to look at Crowley?
Crowley. Yes.
Crowley.
Yes, indeed. So harmony of emotion. So cups are, more intuition and emotion, and six of course harmony. So we've got this. He calls it pleasure. It's harmony without effort or strain. Gentle waves. And success after anxiety. So all is flowing and good and happy now.
Yeah, he follows the Golden Dawn more than Waite did.
Yeah.
He's not trying to hide anything. He's trying to plagiarize as much as possible.
Well, that was not plagiarize, but that was Crowley. He was like saying, forget the oaths. I'm not gonna hide anything. I'm going to, I'm gonna reveal everything. So for better or worse, we know what the Golden Dawn really thought more thanks to Crowley than ever it would be to Waite. Because Waite, is all about self-refuge and hiding certain things. But Crowley's like, here, this is what it's about. It's everything's good.
So, and each one of these is sprouting independent from the other.
Yep.
To get tangled together.
Yeah, it's both
so
independent and
right,
connected.
But they are intertwined.
Intertwined,
and so with pleasure, it's like this is the intertwined nature of, coupling, getting together.
Right.
Because it's Crowley and everything deals with sex. I can't believe he doesn't have any phallic symbols in here. That's what I was looking for.
No, well.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, not
shocking.
Not so much this one.
Okay, so.
All right.
That's the cups.
Ready for wands?
Do we want to go to wands now?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
All right, so with Pamela, she has...
Let's see. Come on, Pamela. Where are you at? Here we go.
Yes. The Lord of Victory.
Yeah, count the number of people in there.
Yeah, so you're well...
I can't tell if that's another person over here, but
I don't
you see the faces of this one.
You definitely
and
see
that one.
You definitely
that
see
one.
the faces.
So that's why I'm saying there are three.
Okay, there's a hat here, and you see
we assume that's a hat and an ear maybe, but you can't tell.
You can't.
So it's a phantom, non-distinct, does not count.
All right, we'll go with that. There's three definite faces, and if you don't count the horse.
And notice this dude. He's like. He doesn't really look like... He's like, dude, it's not that big a deal. Get off your high horse.
Oh.
Look at him.
No, don't take away the victory.
Look at him.
Everything is harmony. Everything is good.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
This is act of acclaim and recognition of accomplishment. You tap into this energy and everything's in sync. The reverse, there's obstacles and delay, but when it's upright, there's greatness of heart and good fortune and success. This is astrologically, it's Jupiter, which is large, and Leo, which is kingly, like a lion.
Okay,
so
that's
it's
me.
So it's large and in charge.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's this guy is he's at the top of his game. And all that he really needs to remember is to, keep his ego in check and thank the people that helped get him there. But as long as he does that, the crowd is with them. They're all cheering for him. That he is the conquering hero, and so he's enjoying that victory parade.
Oh yeah, well, in our story, I mean, he's coming from the conflicts of the five, so this is his victory lap.
Yeah.
It literally is his victory lap after the fives. You have all that conflict that was going on, and that's why this guy here is not happy, because he lost it. Well, I mean, not everybody's going to be happy over his victory, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That's part of the balance.
I guess so.
That's,
You gotta see, yeah.
So for every victory, somebody has to lose.
Yeah.
And it's all just storytelling, but he gets the victory laurels.
The laurel leaf, yep.
Okay,
yep.
so, and the horse is pleased. He's going to get his oats.
But he is kind of looking back like, did you forget something? There might be something that, you're celebrating, but I'm looking back. Maybe you forgot something.
And actually the horse is looking at us, and everything means something.
Right. The horse
so
is like,
what is that horse telling us?
The horse is like, the horse might know something that he doesn't.
Why? So with the wands are about creativity,
Sure.
their fire, their energy, and things like that. And so I think the horse is also letting us know to not get too carried away with it.
Right.
Because it is about, moving and energy and, excitement and things like that. And that horse is very placid with it.
He's like, yeah, you might be the hero, but remember, I rode through the battlefield too. Don't forget about me.
But it is a positive card.
It is definitely a positive.
The only reason I say is because you have your hard suits and you have your soft suits. So the soft suits are the coins and the cups. Hard suits are the wands
and swords.
and the swords.
Yeah.
So what is the hard side to this? Well, it is you've just come across out of that. You've got that victory after the challenges.
Yeah.
But don't get too high up on your high horse.
Right. And you're right that every card has
because everybody here's got a stick and they can hit you.
and you're right that every card has both positive and negative, but the 6 is overall very positive. Even in a hard suit, he's still life is good even in the hard suits.
Well, let's go ahead and jump to the Rider Waite.
Okay.
I mean to the Marseille.
Marseille, yeah.
Because yes, you are absolutely right, and you've got it balanced with the 3s here, and so the 6 wands are balanced out.
Yeah.
But again, keeping in mind that when I'm reading the Marseille, sometimes I don't go with exactly what Pamela Coleman Smith has, because I do look at hard suits, I look at soft suits. So sometimes I will shift gears.
Right.
And that's why I say it's like, so what makes this the hard suit with a 6? And again, it's because we've come out of that 5. We have won. I mean, it's a victory. It's called victories for a reason.
Yeah.
It's a success.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to lose.
So there's always a winner and a loser. You're right. You're absolutely right.
So nobody got hit with the sticks, but somebody was threatened.
Yeah. Well.
So.
Yeah. We can't all be winners.
Positive for us. Positive for the person that gets this card.
Yeah.
But don't get too high on your high horse.
Exactly right. And with Crowley, we've got...
and as a matter of fact, you know what? It's kind of... These vines, which are unique, they're kind of radiating out just because of the heat.
Yeah.
And because of, And so that is something to just take into consideration. I mean, they've got the yellow tips like fire.
Yeah, sure.
Because they are wands. So... again, just take that into consideration when you pull these cards out.
Absolutely, yeah. We have any comments in there?
No.
Just
smiley faces.
That's good.
I know.
Everything is harmonious.
Harmonious. It's harmono.
Hamana. But yeah, so going into Crowley's...
Master Crowley.
No.
It's Ozzy. Well,
Ozzy's trained you wrong.
If Mr. Osborne says Crowley,
right?
I've been singing that since.
I know it's hard. It's a hard habit to break. Yes,
I know.
But a lot of people get it wrong.
I know, and I respect. Yeah. I respect folks. Okay. I understand.
Okay, but anyway, so yeah, the harmony of action. So wands are very active, and this is victory over strife, pleasure gained by labor. So you've got a very all these adept wands and the fire going on, but yeah, it's victorious and very harmonious. Everything is in sync.
Yep, and he's got the Egyptian emblems up here with the 2 snakes.
Yeah, these are all different adept wands.
He's got a Muppet here. See, that's a Muppet. So what is that Muppet saying?
It's not a Muppet.
It's not a Muppet?
No.
Oh, okay, because I was going along with Mike is reminding me of Donald Duck in Mathemagicland.
Don't bring that up again.
I was thinking this might be something in Mathemagicland.
No.
Oh, and somebody says Ozzy was using artistic license.
It's true.
I know.
You got to make that rhyme.
I know.
Anyway.
I am joking. I just have a lot of fun with this.
Yes. Okay.
And because I know it gets under Mike's skin.
Well, because I have a name that is also mispronounced all the time. So it starts with an A, A-U-G-E-R, and people pronounce that as...
Auger.
And it's Auger. So I feel for Crowley when people go, it's Crowley. No, let me correct you. And,
I know.
And if he was alive, maybe he would correct for me, but I doubt it.
I know, that's just funny.
But anyway, I've got just one of those names. Okay, so coins?
Oh, how you doing, Jay? Coins. Okay,
Yes.
so
All right.
somebody's going to take it personal that I was kind of joking about Crowley.
No.
I know. Don't take
It's all
it's all so good. I mean,
It's all in good
it
fun.
really is. So coins.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to. Where's my gosh darn? I got it here. Hold on, let me flip through. There we go.
There she is.
Oh, look at this.
So
I always kind of like this coin. This one.
it's an interesting one. This is the Lord of Material Success, and it's the Moon in Taurus. So the Moon has wisdom, and Taurus is very steady. So this is wise and steady, and this balance can be an expression of responsible generosity. So we must do what we can to strive towards balance between what's fair and what is inevitable. So share your abundance with, is basically the story that Pamela is telling here. But if you have much, share, but there's definitely a class distinction. So if you want to see this card on a more negative light, there might be still work to be done to why are there still peasants in the street, that kind of thing.
When I'm telling the story, the question is that who is the person relating to?
Right.
Because again,
That's very
can
important.
be bittersweet.
Yeah.
So this could be, it could actually be the quarant, or this could be. It's
Exactly.
Which one are we? But it is about
Which one are you
giving.
drawn
It's
to?
about sharing.
Right.
And it's also very important because it's finding the humility to accept what somebody else might have to offer.
That's hard sometimes. You're right.
So that's a lot of times what I'll bring up with this card, with this story, because they're humbled.
Right.
You know?
And some people want to give and want to help you out, and pride gets in the way, and oh no, I can't take your hand out. I'll just sit here in the gutter. And it's just like, yeah, come on, man, let me help you out.
Yeah. So the positive side is because the coins are earth.
Yeah.
The coins are about the merchant class. The coins are about money.
Right.
And so you've gone through the fives. You've gone through the pain of the fives. And now things are better. And this is reminding us, don't forget where we came from, because these are kind of like the people that are in the 5 cards. So the people in the 5s actually walked from the 5 card into here. And from here, they're finding their own solace.
Sure.
They're finding that the things do get better.
They have looked up.
Isn't that beautiful?
I like it. Yeah, it's a continuation. So they were out in the cold and not looking up, but then they looked up and they saw the warm the warm, inside with the stained glass.
Yeah.
And they walk inside and maybe this charitable guy is gonna help them out.
Yeah. So when you're reading, just imagine, are they walking from the number 5 card?
Right.
Because this person is just grateful to be able to finally get past that. So you just need to know who you are in that card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes all the difference.
So, shall we go to the Merci,
Indeed.
which I think this is interesting.
Yes.
Again, the coins are the cards of the merchants. And so, with the 6, the 5 of coins, we've just discussed the problems that go with this. But with the 6, we have the stability of the 4s grouped together. And then we also then can add the other 2 to that. So, we literally are showing that we've now established a new stability and finally grown from that.
Right. We got stable again.
So the 4, we had the 5s where we had the issues, and it's like now we're balanced out. We have that 4, but we understand now about charity, about giving.
Right.
We understand now, and so we're keeping these new ideas are safe, but we know what the stability is without keeping it locked in and closed anymore.
Right. I love that. That's spot on.
Oh, thank you. That's why I paid the big bucks.
Yeah, I know, right? And and this one gets interesting with Crowley's discs, which he calls success.
Oh,
and
there we go.
Yeah. So this
one here.
Yeah, so if you look, there's 3 rings. It's kind of hard to see on this one, but there are 3 rings there of gold, pink, and amber, and that is a Masonic symbolism there. It's like,
so is the amber the outside one? Because I can see
it's very faint.
Here,
it's kind of hard.
And then gold and then amber. Okay.
Yeah. It's hard. If you saw Frida Harris's
good
original,
old zoom.
Paintings, this would be a little easier to see. But but basically, this is like the Midas touch in a reading to any cards that are nearby. If you put this. If you get this card in the Thoth deck and it just kind of rubs off on whatever it's next to and elevates it, it's
well, he tells you right there, success.
Yeah, success, exactly. And this is the consciousness in most harmonized and balanced form. The sun is surrounded by the other 6 planets of the ancients, and you see on they're got the little symbols
Each
on
one
them.
has the emblems for the different ones. I was going to print that out, but it's like people can look these up.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good to help the less fortunate. But larger issues. That's what I was talking about before. Larger issues of separation and class should also be addressed. But going back to this one, this is the expansion of good fortune, and must be balanced and regulated.
Sure.
So that is what the coins are all about.
It's all about. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that leave us next and last?
I think that is last. Right?
Is that the last one?
That's the last one. Yeah.
Coins, cups. Okay.
Yeah. Coin. Yeah. Wands was taking pride in victory, but do so with honor and humility. Cups are a reminder to provide a safe space, reconnect with the inner child, allow creativity, light heart. Swords, solace in escaping a bad situation, logical choice made that provides a quiet passage through the strife. But yeah, that's they're all very harmonious, and just like the Lover's Choice and the Thunderbolt of the majors. This is the portrayal of divine forces impacting our material decisions. Important changes are happening, but they're essential for the progress on our spiritual path. And in my deck, as you know, I have one last round.
Oh, okay. So one of the reasons why we started this is because Michael is creating his own deck, and we spent way too many hours talking in front of our significant others about the tarot, so they were going to shoot us. But
one
Michael's
of the things,
creating the deck, so how many cards are going to be in your deck, Michael?
Exactly. So
share with us.
One of the things that make my deck different is that in addition to the normal 72 cards, I'm having a whole bunch more to make a total of 100 cards, which Pythagoreans see as 10 times 10, which is the perfect number. So it's just a nice round number. But anyway, I dug up all these.
But we can still use just the regular.
Still use just the 72, but I've got all these extra ones, which I've dug up from historic decks like the Minchiati, like very obscure early decks, but they're all historically lost cards that came along the way. So this one, my 26 card. So you have the 6 of the Lover's Choice, the 16 of the Thunderbolt or the Tower, and the 26 card in my deck is the Dragon. And this is a very obscure card. Now, some may say that this is just the Visconti's logo. And it was just a card that they were just doing for the Viscontis that was on the that they threw in as like their shield of arms or whatever. It was just like a vanity card, right?
Right.
But some also argued that no, this was actually one of the cards that was in the earlier iterations of the tarot. It was a little reference in Robert Place's book that, hey, there was these other cards, and the Dragon was one of them. And I was like, oh, cool. So I researched and that's what I'm doing. I'm making the Visconti Dragon, with engulfing the band in red.
You know how else this makes sense?
Yeah.
Is that okay? So the other card was Leo, right?
Right.
Which one was Leo? Which one was that?
Oh, that was the Jupiter in Leo is the 6 of Wands.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I am not only a Leo.
Yes.
But 1964 is the year of the
Lion or I don't know.
What's your card called?
Oh, the Dragon. The Dragon. Yes, I don't know where you're going with this.
So I think subconsciously.
Okay.
Through the ether, you realize the person sitting next to you was a very powerful person.
A lion and a dragon
all into one. That's pretty amazing.
But basically,
my birthday's August 4th. Buy early. I got a box already set up. You can just ship your gifts to me.
Yeah, indeed.
As a Leo would say.
Yes.
Who happens to be a dragon.
Yes. But basically, it's.
And by the way, Twix, I see what you said.
What did you say?
And I'm kind of chuckling.
What did you say?
Oops, I meant how Jamie says Michael's name.
Yes. Don't call me Ogre. It's Auger.
It's Auger.
But anyway, but going back to the whole idea of the cycle. So the first, it was like, free will and fate trying to be balanced by making a choice. And then if you don't kind of get that, here, we'll smack you with the lightning bolt. And if you don't get that, we'll up it again. And then the lion, not the lion, now you got me doing it. The dragon will consume you with its teeth and stuff. It's the final test before if you're not harmonious, then the lion, the dragon will consume you. If you are harmonious, and then you can, pass through to the final round. But yes, that's just my cards. Wait and see.
That's cool. And actually, there is another deck that's coming out, and so hold on.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give a shout out. Hold on, let me see here. I was going to pull this back up again. So, so I got a message from Amanda Collins, and she wanted me to look at this deck. She asked if I could take a look at it and maybe say something about it. And it's actually a really cool deck. Okay, so it's called the Tarot Emblemata, and what it is, it's 2-color cards, but they take the emblems and symbols from the Renaissance to make the tarots. So there's going to be it's a Kickstarter. There's 88 card decks, 78 of the cards, and 10 oracle cards. And so flipping through it,
she's got some extra cards too.
She's got some extra cards in there.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool, and it's called the Tarot Emblemata. And if you go to Kickstarter, Tarot, and then EMBLEMATA, and maybe I'll put that into the descriptions also, because it is a cool deck. And
a little shout out to fellow artist Amanda.
And I want to thank Amanda Collins for pointing that out to me, because I think that is a really, really cool deck.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I know. Other people are making decks too.
Oh, yes, I'm not the only one.
You're not the only one.
Anyway.
So what else do we got here?
I think that's pretty much wrapping it up for today. You want to do a reading?
We just might. So the big thing is that sixes are about harmony, and it takes the growth of the threes, and combines them together, and that's where you are getting the harmonies, and you're coming out of the fives, the tragedy of the fives, and everything else.
Yes.
So
let's have a harmonious reading here.
So
to end out the
and it's funny because we were doing with the majors, we were doing a reading after the end with the card that we were discussing. And and it's funny because we weren't going to do it. And then accidentally a card slipped out for a minor, and it's like, and somebody's like, no, you need to keep doing the readings.
You have to do it.
So what deck would you like to use?
Oh, you choose.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, since we've been talking about the Rider-Waite Smith, the important Smith part so much, I have it sitting right over here.
All right.
So let's do that.
All right.
My nice little pouch. Pull this out over here. And so, when doing a reading with the sixes, since we're looking at coming out of the fives, we're looking at maybe, like if we were using a significator of like the Six of Cups, we might be looking at the past. If we're coming out of the fives, we might be looking at the Five of Coins, again, coming out of the Five of Coins, which is the, it could be health, it could be financial troubles, but now are we getting better? So the Six of Swords, though, I think that kind of tells a story here.
Yeah, I like this one.
Moving
from
what are we moving? Yeah,
choppy waters to smoother sailing.
Right. So here we can see what was going on. What was the catalyst? What was underneath?
Yeah.
So what was under the surface of what was going on? And where are we going?
Right. And what do we need to do possibly to achieve a harmonious future?
Yep. What do we need to know? Yes. It's like what I do in the mornings. Why am I shuffling like I'm doing morning stuff?
It's good to shuffle.
I know.
Gives new energy to the cards.
It does. Okay, so here we have this. And so what is underneath the surface of that water where we're coming from? Because there's a catalyst and we need to understand the past to know what the future has to hold. So we have the sun reversed. So expectations were shot. Nothing went the way we expected. And so we can see that ending had to happen because it just did not work out. So we have all those feelings that deal with not working out.
Yeah, and being a 10 card, the cycle is ending.
I mean, yes,
but
absolutely.
Ending in a negative way.
I mean, that would have been such a beautiful card to have, and it's who would move past that?
Right. But when it's reversed...
Yeah, and the sun is always still a good card in a sense, even reversed, because, it's that bittersweet thing. It didn't work out, and so it's time to move on. And it hurts to move on from the sun card.
Yeah, well...
It hurts.
Yeah.
And so we need to acknowledge the pain that goes with moving from that.
But it's sometimes the logical thing to do.
So we're moving forward, and so... we're moving from the sword into the Queen of Swords. And so this is where...
She's balanced with emotion.
Yeah, we're going to have to deal with the emotions of what's going on. She's very logical. And so we can't deal with self-pity with her. We're moving forward. We need to let the sun go. You got to let the past go. You got to let that sun go.
Right.
Because as you meet the Queen, she's intelligent. She's strong. She doesn't put up with anything, and that's why we see these clouds.
But she's empathetic too. She's
she
nurturing.
is very empathetic.
And she's holding her sword straight up. She knows the way forward. She's pointing to it.
Exactly.
She's saying, okay, you've the ending was bittersweet. You've made it across the river. This is the way to go. Logically and empathetically.
Yep.
Follow my lead.
Yep.
Into the future.
Yep.
Yep.
So, it's just being willing to let go.
Right.
You know, logically, we need to just absorb this, accept it, take the advice of the queen. She's pointing in the right direction.
Balance the head and the heart.
Yeah. So I like the way that worked out because it does show the bittersweet nature of this card.
Yeah.
And Twix, thank you. Yes, the creator is Natasha Rowland for that deck I was talking about. I should have said that. If I was a really nice guy, I would have said that. But
Which deck is this?
The one that I was just talking about, the Kickstarter. So I'm going to put a link.
Yeah,
I'll put a link in the description.
That was Amanda's one.
That's Amanda. No, Amanda is the one who suggested it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
I got
confused.
confused.
So the creator is actually, yes, Natasha Rowland. And the link will be in the descriptions.
Got it. Well, shout out to Amanda and what was it, Natasha? What was it? What's the artist name?
It's Natasha. I saw that.
Natasha.
And I thought that was interesting.
That's a pretty name.
It's beautiful.
So, yeah, shout out to both of them.
Natasha with a very English name of Rowland.
Yeah.
Natasha Rowland. So, yes, shout out to everybody.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody. I like everybody. Actually, I just don't like people.
It's the harmony between your love and hate, Jamie.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate everybody, but I love them too.
Yeah, I try and be big and mean and nasty, and it just doesn't work.
No, you're too much of a softie.
Thanks. Hey, I can be tough.
Yeah, I know.
I can be really tough.
When you need to be.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Don't mess with Jamie.
Yeah. So, looks like we blew another hour.
We always do.
Oh, and again, I'm just gonna say I can't believe we actually blew an hour doing that.
No.
So,
it's nothing is blown.
No, but it just still shocks me because I just don't think it's like when I'm writing this stuff down or I'm going through. It's like, how do you talk about the number 6 for an hour? It's like Multiplication Rock only did it in 3 minutes, and they wrote a whole song about it.
Well, I could go into the whole math stuff, but that will be another time.
That's when you'd see my hate come out. So, thank everybody for coming in here.
Yep. We will be back next week with the 7.
We are going to be back with the 7. So, I'm feeling better now. So, thank you again. Oh, and subscribe because we're really starting to grow now.
Yeah, YouTube, it's free to subscribe, so please do.
Yeah, subscribe, and because I'm getting the ideas for doing the different videos from people who are making the suggestions. Also, go to Michael's art page.
artyforever.com.
Which is in the description.
Thank you.
And then MyTarot.org, which will take you to the
everywhere.
links to Mike's page, to the My Tarot page on Facebook, where we have our discussions. I do my daily readings at 7:15 Eastern every morning. And I do them on Facebook here, and then I post it there on the My Tarot YouTube.
And then the Facebook group, we chat away, and so feel free to comment lots there too.
Yes. But subscribe. I'm excited that we're starting to get people, and it just really motivates me to want to keep doing this because I really do love. I love teaching. Because that's what I do with my job.
And learning.
I love that. That's where I was going to go. Actually, is that by doing it, that's how I learn the most.
Right.
Like I said, I'm going to throw out, I had no clue that every one of the 6s had 3 people in it. It's
that was new. That was new to me.
See, thanks to you guys.
Yeah, that's my takeaway for today.
Yes. So, again, we're reaching critical mass with the subs. Will tick over nicely.
Keep them coming.
Thank you guys very much.
We
Take
love you.
care.
Yep.
And I will. Yeah, we do love you. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7:15. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be here
next week.
Next Saturday. Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Sometime.
Bye.
Take care.